Hey everyone, this is Bill, and I'm in the sheep barn today. I was going to show you my Ile-De-France ewe lambs and the ram that they're with. I ended up splitting everyone into their breeding groups about 11 days ago, and since then we've hardly even seen the sun, so it's been pretty dark in the barn. So I hadn't been able to do a video, and today we finally got some sunshine. It's cold out, but I figured that'd be a good day to be here in the barn because we actually have some light. Kind of explain what I ended up doing. So you'll see a bunch of ewe lambs here with a big blue ear tag. So I went through all my keeper ewe lambs and put a big tag in their ear, color coded by my breeding lines, and then the same number that was on their small steel tag that they were born with. So that way it would be easy for me to keep my records, because all I ever have to do is worry about remembering the one ear tag number, because that number's on both tags. And then obviously they're color coded by their breeding line. So I feel this is going to work pretty good. And here we got 6 blue ewe lambs, and then we have one purple one hiding right in the back. And the reason why I have 2 colors together is because so I don't have to swap out rams all the time. What I decided to do is the ewe lambs, I'm going to move them back 3 groups in my 8-line rotation. So in moving these blue daughters back 3 lines, it put them in the purple group. So I'll have 6 blue here, and then the 1 purple, and then they'll all be bred to this yearling ram. Looks like I'm gonna have to bring them back around. That sun's great because it lets light in here, but then it also makes it so you can't see too good. But this yearling ram, he would have been the one that was shown in my purple line video, and I had a different ram breed that line last year, so that way I can still use him on that purple daughter. So moving forward, he'll be able to breed that purple daughter and then her mother, and then it would have been an aunt of hers, and then he'll get any blue daughters. When I need to swap out rams, and then I wouldn't have to move them like that, but because I want to try to not swap rams so often, at least to begin with here, to try to utilize my Canadian ram genetics that I brought down, I did some research and studying and thinking and decided that'd be best if I moved the ewe lambs back 3 groups, and then any ram lambs that I keep, move them ahead 1 group. That way they'll be 4 groups apart, any brother sisters. So I'm hoping that this will work really well and keep me from having too many rams. And I think it's still going to produce some really, really nice quality lambs. This group of blue ewe lambs, I had a lot of triplets. So the 2881, 2891, 2880. Now they're not turning for me to cooperate with their ear tags, but there's 4 triplets because there's a set of 3 right here in front of us, these 3 right in a row. There's 80, 81, 82. They were triplet sisters out of the same litter. So a nice set of 3 there. Pretty uniform. I can see standing here, one's maybe a skirt taller, but they got that nice thick body type. But all their mothers lambed as 2-year-olds last year, so these were all lambs out of some 2-year-old ewes. Like I said, there would have been that set of triplets. 91 would have been a triplet off of another litter. And then there was a twin. The 51 was a twin, and then there's a big 96 here. She actually was a single, but since she was on a young ewe, and I'm trying to get my lines going here to begin with, I decided to keep her. And her sister last year I sold to a gal in South Dakota, and she had twins their first time. So I'm thinking that the genetics are still there, so I figured I'd take a chance on the single. And then that purple line, she was a single as well on the 2-year-old ewe. So I'm hoping to get my numbers up in the future, but for now I gotta keep some stuff, and hopefully that there'll be good productive ewes from that 3 to 6 when they're in their prime. Time will tell, but it seems like it's not always a direct combination of what the mother's going to have, because you got the dad as half the DNA too. So I'm hoping that any sires I use will help me throw multiples. So that's kind of what's going on in this breeding group. And then I'm going to show you across the fence here another group. This is one of my smaller groups, but these are actually white line ewe lambs. The 2900, she'd have been the youngest ewe lamb I kept back, and she actually got bred the other day. I saw her. And this is a ram lamb that is breeding them. He actually was in my earlier video this year when I sheared one of the rams. And so he got pulled into action because of the sire to these two white ones actually passing away on me, and that would have been the ram I bought from Keith Todd, but this is two of his daughters. So the 2900 would have been born March 21st, and then the 2898 would have been March 12th. So these are both March lambs, and then this ram lamb would have been actually saved out of my pink line, and so he got moved ahead one group from the pink to the white, like I was explaining I was going to do. So he was able to breed these daughters since he wasn't from this group. So that ram lamb ended up having 4 to breed, because the 2900, I have her mother and her sister from last year, and now her, and then this other white tagged one out of the Keith Todd ram. So I'll have 4 in that group, and the same ram will have bred all them, and I think that he's going to cross up pretty good with them. He's a pretty big boned. Lighting's not too good in here, but like I said, without the sun it was really bad. But he's a nice big boned stout ram. Grew really good this year. He was probably my top gainer. I don't do rate of gains, but I weighed him there in August when I was doing that sale to sell some, and he had some really nice weight on him then. He was 168 pounds already for February lamb in August, so he did do well for this breed. And then I threw him out on grass with the other two white ewes, and now he's getting used on the ewe lambs. So that's kind of what I got going on these two groups, and I'll catch you in another video when I talk about the other groups. Thanks for watching. Bye.